You will never be perfect, and neither will I, nor will anyone you love, or anything that's ever been created in the history of mankind. None of it's perfect, and it will never be perfect. Yet a lot of the time, the expectations that we set upon ourselves is to strive for that perfection and to always be expecting more out of ourselves, even when we really do put out the best work that we can. And especially with the rise of social media and the constant comparison, you just see less and less people believing in themselves and what they have to offer because it's overshadowed by the small amount of people that actually make it big on social media. And it is nice because you're starting to see smaller YouTube creators come up and just yap, which is exactly what I'm doing because there's something authentic and genuine about it. And it's what makes humans special in their art and in the things that we provide is because it isn't perfect. Because you could ask any AI model, Grok, ChatGPT, Cloud, or whatever the fuck that one's called. You could ask them to write a story for you. You could ask them to make a piece of artwork. But it just won't be the same because there's no imperfections. And if there is imperfections, it's code. But there's no soul to it. But there is soul and value in those mistakes that you make in day-to-day life and especially in creative works and things that you care about. Like the reason that you see this sudden resurgence of small creators and artwork, genuine artwork, is because the flaws and the authenticity behind the art is what's standing out. Because you don't get authentic AI art. And it sucks because there's so many ideas out there that I guarantee are in some of your guys' heads that are amazing and other people will find them amazing, but you're waiting for the perfect moment to put it out there. And you just shouldn't be because there is no perfect moment. You will never have a perfect thought or idea. Ever. It's just not possible. That's not how we were created. And not to sound like I'm preaching or like I'm yelling at you, I get a little bit passionate about it because I suffer from this all the time. Like, I've waited forever to make another YouTube video because all I've been thinking about is what can I do better? What do people actually want to hear? Basically just listing out all these different things of how to perfect the idea of my next YouTube video before I even do anything about it. And this video isn't going to be perfect, but it's better than whatever bullshit perfect idea I was coming up in my head for the past 5 months. Something is better than anything. And I'm not saying that you just start producing slop and you don't put any thought to it, but stop trying to make the ideas and the things you create, stop trying to make them perfect before you even give them a shot. Because some of the best things that you've seen, or some of the best shows you've watched, or some of the best books you've read, or some of the best video games you've played, all of them put something out there and people didn't like it. And you use that as a step to get to use it as a what the fuck what do you call it? A building block? So that you can build your block of Jenga tower to get up to the actual good meat and potatoes of what you can produce. But the fact that it's not your perfect piece of work doesn't mean it's going to tarnish a better piece of work when it comes out later. No one's going to be like, oh, well, this one's really good, but the one that he made, a couple years ago was shit, so let's not give him a chance. Like, no, nobody gives a fuck. That's the other thing, is nobody cares. Like, you just have to just start doing what you want and have fun. And I mentioned small creators like YouTubers or people on TikTok that are just starting out, and it's actually crazy because most of the time their first video to blow up is something that they didn't put any amount of effort into, or minimal amount of effort. And then the other ones that they're slaving over, you know, trying to get right, trying to get everything perfectly laid out, won't perform as well. And then it oftentimes leaves them pretty confused. Like, why the fuck did this one blow up and this one didn't, that I put so much more time and effort into? And it's because you don't know what other people are gonna like. You may think an idea is really good, and other people will look at it and scroll immediately or click off the video immediately because it's not worth their time, because they don't find it interesting. But you do. And it is important to do things that you believe are important. But at the same time, when you get so caught up on it being perfect, then you're never even going to figure out what you can do, because you're always going to be caught up waiting. All I'm really trying to say is to stop searching for that perfect idea and that perfect thing to come up. You're not creating your magnum opus. This isn't going to be the end-all be-all. It's just something you're doing for fun and something you're doing to use the creative juices in your brain. And this video is probably not going to do very good, but I hope just someone out there is listening and even just gives a couple more seconds of thought per day into doing something and actually going out and starting it, instead of just overthinking and feeling bad about themselves, because you start to really get in your head and it sucks. And I've been there, and I don't want you to be there, because you know how it feels too. That's why you clicked on this video. But I think you have something of worth to offer this world, and all you need to do is just believe in me that I'm right and you're wrong. I'm going to take a quote from one of my favorite animes, Gurren Lagann. Believe in the version of me that believes in you, I think is what it is. Let me double check that real quick. Okay, I got it a little wrong. It says, believe in the me who believes in you. And that's what I need you to do, because you have something of worth to offer. But yeah, I mean, that's it for the yap. Just wanted to come out here and say, go do it. Like, there's, what are you waiting for? Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna watch it and tear you down, and if they do, fuck them, because they're losers and they're not doing it. Right? It's gonna be okay. But anyways, that's it. Stay toasty.